All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Juan Cristales here, man. This is day number 31. I'm going to be cycling through quite a few pictures today. I want to be cycling through a lot of pictures, so I'm going to try to make this relatively quickly because we have a few things that we need to touch on today. We're going to be touching on four major things today. We're going to be touching on the plumbing for the wastewater, the roof, the siding, and last but not least, the clean water. We're going to be talking about all that stuff here in a second. So let's go. So we have the first challenge right here that we have a little bit of a tough time with. This particular tree here is going to be in the way. So initially, if you notice here, inside of the tree root system is the actual pin for the survey. So the property boundary line goes essentially this way to the back and then right here in the front. And so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but it's not a big deal. All right, everybody. So we got my helper here, Judah. Say hi to everybody, Judah.
Hi.
All right. So the challenge that we have here with this tree, if you notice, this tree is actually quite a bit bigger than the video shows here, the picture shows. This tree goes quite a bit all the way, quite a bit up there. At any rate, the city asked me
Dad?
not to take it down. Yes,
How's there a pantry right there?
I know. So the city said, do not take the tree down because part of it is on the city side, part of it is on this property, and part of it is on that side. And then the city easement is going to be all right here where I'm coloring blue.
Dad,
Yep.
how's there a string right there to go up?
Yes, that's a good point. That string is going to be moved, okay? The energy, the electric company is going to move it later. So the challenge is this, guys. So I was talking to the city.
Dad?
They're going to be putting, one
Dad?
second. So the challenge here is that the city told me that right about here, they're going to be putting the wastewater. And that's going to be the first challenge that I have is that we have wastewater plumbing that's going to be right here, if you can see it, right here where this stake that I put on the ground. See this one here? So basically, we're going to have to do a line of sight.
Dad?
So you see there's a white pipe there.
Dad?
That guy's standing in front of the other one. There's one
Dad?
there. There's one there. They're going to come together like this. Hold on a second, son. They're going to come together like this, and they're going to unite here with the city sewer. The city, remember yesterday, the city was not able to find the sewer tap on this side.
Dad?
So they are going to have to come from across the street.
How is there a branch right there into the cake belongs?
I know. The problem that we have, son, is that once these guys try to bring in the plumbing this way for the wastewater, they're going to hit a bunch of the root systems. They're going to make all this area really, really soft. And now the tree is going to be potentially falling this way. And then how do we go to the other unit that we know is coming right in the middle of that tree root system? We would have to go out this way and then further out this way to try to get to it. So I made my case to the city of Willis. I just did a video like I'm doing right now, explaining to you. And the city said, you know what, man, you're right. Because if you start digging all this up right here, you're going to make that area really, really soft. And what's going to happen is that tree's going to start shifting. This root ball here for this tree is probably going to be pretty massive. And so we're going to try to get rid of it.
Dad?
Now that the city's okay with it, we're going to get rid of it. There you go, balloons.
There you go.
All right, moving on to the next one. So here's the other challenge that we have is that from the property boundary line out to where, if you see here, this is the 60-inch mark right here, which is 5 feet. That's where the other property is going to begin. So essentially it's going to be going down this way. Yes, we have a 25 building setback here, so we have to go 25 this way. And then we have 5 feet along this line that we're going to come this way. So that tree really is going to be in the way. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. I really want to get rid of trees before they become problems like this. This is kind of an afterthought and it's kind of annoying, but I have to get it done now. So it's not that big of a deal, guys, but it has to get done. So now, next, moving on to the roof. So the roofers got there first thing in the morning today. They started working. They got this roof knocked out in 1 day, which is fantastic. This is what I tell these guys. Hey, come out there, get the stuff done. 1 day shot. We have rain coming tomorrow. We know that this is happening. This is only 34 squares that we did. And so we paid about $5,500 for material and labor for this entire roof. For 1 day's worth of work, these guys were really happy, and they do a good job. And they know we have to pass inspection. So just a few more pictures here of the front. We don't have the entire bit of siding just yet. If you can see right here, you can see the Tyvek through. You see the Tyvek through here. Moving along, we have more of the roof getting done. I went back later on in the day. More of the roof is getting done. It's looking fantastic. Almost the whole entire roof is done. Boom, man, we got the water meter installed. That's awesome. So, now the city of Willis is good because they know that I'm not going to just try to steal water for these 2 meters, but basically what they're doing is they just went ahead and put the meter in. They're going to charge me on the back end of this thing, but I can't apply for a meter tap or water bill for the meter if I haven't even paid for the tap yet. So the city was a little bit behind, but we're being patient with them. They're good people. Moving along here, this is the back side of the property. The roof is finished up. One of the things that I like to do, so there's 2 ways of doing this. One way is to have the piece of siding actually go all the way to the edge of the property like this, and then this 2x4 piece goes on top of that. I don't like that because it creates a really big gap. And so what I like to do is have this 1x4 piece here on the corner and then have the siding come up to that edge. And that makes it a little bit tighter right here. That's what I want for the finished look. And just you have to communicate that with the guys doing that work, but it's nothing super out of the ordinary. You see that, you can see the tape through there, but it's not a big deal. We're going to caulk that in. The painter's going to come early next week and start caulking all this in, but it makes for a very tight seal, which is what I like, versus the other way where you would essentially be running the siding all the way up. The other way would be the siding would be running, sorry guys, I'm trying to get this thing to color, would come all the way up to here, so the siding would be like this, and then this piece of wood would be on top of that siding. And if you do it that way, it gives you a huge gap right here that I really just don't like. It looks crazy, and then bugs can get in, water can get in. We don't want anything to do with that. Okay, so just taking some more pictures of the roof. It's looking good. Roof is getting finished up. You guys don't have to get on the roof. There's going to be inspectors for that stuff. I get on the roof because, I'm okay with it. But typically what happens in houses, you have ridge vents to allow the hot air to come out. So we got hot air in the attic. It's supposed to be coming out through here. And so what happens is that because this is a duplex and this is a firewall, it's going to be going all the way down the center. The heat exhaust things are going to be here instead. So just a different method of doing it, but this is the correct way of doing it. So this is the roof finished. It's looking good. Okay, so one of the other things that I wanted to touch on real quick was going to be all this trash, man. You have to get somebody out there to start picking up all this stuff before the city starts, getting upset and, telling you, hey, man, clean up your spot. Some city jurisdictions will start to fine you if you leave your area really, really unkept. I do not like dirty construction sites because dirty construction sites, sloppy construction sites are hazardous, number one, but number two, it just makes you look like you're a little piggy or you're doing sloppy work. All this stuff is going to have to be picked up over the weekend. So I already got somebody that's coming to do that stuff. Now here's the finished of the frontage and how it looks. It looks fantastic. Check this out. The door's now opening the correct way, which is the way we want it to open, which is this way. That's what's on the plans. The guy was a little hot. Not my problem. They should have looked at the plans before they started doing it. All right, guys. These are all the updates. We are technically completely dried in. The house will not have water come in. We're going to put some of that sheetrock inside. We're going to clean up our area. There's probably the electrician's coming tomorrow, as a matter of fact, which is Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, the electrician's going to be there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be the air conditioning guy. We're going to try to do the inspection for Thursday for air conditioning. Once we pass those things, we'll call the framing, and then once the framing is done, we can go ahead the installation, and we are ready to start sheetrocking in. So that's going to be exciting. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you soon.